Pruning isn't just about cutting branches. It's about shaping a healthy, productive tree. Many gardeners worry about harming their trees, but thoughtful pruning actually guides growth and improves fruit quality. By thinning branches, you let sunlight and air reach the fruit, helping it ripen evenly and reducing disease. Pruning also prevents trees from becoming overgrown and unmanageable, making care and harvest safer and easier. Removing dead or diseased wood stops infections and keeps the tree's energy focused on healthy growth. A well-pruned tree is stronger, with a sturdy framework that resists storm damage and supports heavy fruit loads. Ultimately, pruning is an act of care that ensures your fruit trees thrive for years to come. Timing is everything when it comes to pruning your fruit trees. Knowing exactly when to pick up your shears can make the difference between a thriving, fruitful tree and one that struggles to recover. The right moment ensures your efforts pay off with healthy growth, abundant blossoms, and a bountiful harvest. For most deciduous fruit trees, the best time to prune is late winter to early spring. This is when the tree is still dormant, but just before the buds begin to swell and break open. Pruning at this stage helps the tree heal quickly and encourages strong, vigorous new growth as the season begins. During dormancy, the tree's energy is stored in its roots and trunk, not in the branches. This means that cuts made now are less stressful for the tree, and you can clearly see the structure of the branches without leaves in the way. It's the perfect opportunity to shape your tree for the year ahead. Pruning while the tree is leafless also allows you to spot any damaged, diseased, or crossing branches that need to be removed. This not only improves the tree's health, but also its appearance and productivity. However, be careful not to prune too early in winter. Fresh cuts made during the coldest months are more susceptible to frost damage, which can harm the tree and slow down healing. Wait until the harshest cold has passed, but before the buds start to swell. In summer, pruning should be much lighter. Focus on removing water sprouts, those fast-growing vertical shoots that sap energy from the tree. Thinning out dense areas also lets more sunlight reach the fruit, helping it ripen evenly and improving air circulation to prevent disease. Summer pruning is also a great way to keep overly vigorous trees in check. Avoid heavy pruning in autumn. If you cut back too much at this time, the tree may send out new growth that won't have time to harden before winter's frost arrives. These tender shoots are easily damaged, and pruning wounds heal slowly in the cool, damp weather, making the tree more vulnerable to disease and decay. Let your trees rest during autumn and winter. This period of dormancy is essential for their health, allowing them to conserve energy and prepare for the next growing season. Save major pruning for the right time, and your trees will reward you with strength and vitality. By understanding and respecting the natural rhythms of your fruit trees, you set them up for a healthy, productive year, full of blossoms in spring, lush growth in summer, and a harvest you can be proud of. Before you begin pruning, take a moment to consider your objectives. Pruning isn't just about cutting branches, it's about shaping the future of your tree. Every cut you make should have a purpose, whether it's to improve the tree's health, boost fruit production, or simply make the tree easier to manage. By setting clear goals before you start, you'll ensure that each snip brings you closer to a thriving, productive fruit tree. The first and most important step is to remove what's known as the 3 Ds: dead, diseased, and damaged wood. These branches not only look unsightly, but they can also harbor pests and diseases that threaten the entire tree. By cutting them away, you're giving your tree a fresh start and preventing problems before they spread. Always use clean, sharp tools to make precise cuts, and dispose of any diseased wood away from your garden to avoid contamination. Next, focus on opening up the canopy. A dense, tangled canopy blocks sunlight and traps moisture, creating the perfect environment for fungal diseases. By thinning out crowded branches, you allow more sunlight and air to reach the inner parts of the tree. This not only reduces disease risk, but also helps fruit ripen evenly, and improves overall fruit quality. Remember, a well-ventilated tree is a healthier, more productive tree. Another key objective is to control the size of your tree. Keeping your fruit tree at a manageable height makes it much easier to care for and harvest. You won't need a ladder to pick fruit or prune, and you'll be able to spot problems early. Regular pruning keeps the tree within reach and encourages it to put energy into producing quality fruit rather than excessive growth. Shaping your tree is also essential. Aim for a strong, balanced structure with well-placed branches that can support heavy crops without breaking. Good structure not only looks attractive, but also helps the tree withstand wind and weather. Start shaping when the tree is young, and maintain that form as it matures for the best results. When it comes to fruiting, it's important to understand how your specific tree produces fruit. For example, apples and pears bear fruit on short, stubby branches called spurs, while peaches and some other stone fruits produce fruit on last year's growth. Knowing where your tree fruits will help you make cuts that encourage more blossoms and a bigger harvest next season. Pruning is also about renewal. By removing old, unproductive wood, you stimulate the tree to grow new, vigorous shoots that will become the next generation of fruit-bearing branches. This keeps your tree young, productive, and full of energy year after year. The right cuts, made at the right time, keep your tree healthy, manageable, and loaded with delicious fruit. Clean, careful pruning helps wounds heal quickly and reduces the risk of disease entering the tree. Remember, pruning is all about balance. Remove enough to help the tree thrive, but avoid taking off too much at once, which can stress the tree and reduce fruiting. With thoughtful, purposeful pruning, you'll enjoy a beautiful, healthy tree that rewards you with bountiful harvests for years to come. Apples thrive when pruned to a central leader, a single main trunk with tiers of horizontal branches, like a Christmas tree. Start with a young tree, cutting the trunk to about 75-90 centimeters to encourage side branches. Select 3-5 well-spaced, strong branches for your first tier. Remove weak or crowded ones. As the tree grows, add new tiers every 45-60 centimeters, always keeping upper branches shorter to avoid shading lower fruit. Once the tree reaches your desired height, cut back the leader to stop upward growth. Annual pruning focuses on removing dead wood, water sprouts, and thinning for light and air. This structure keeps your apple tree strong, productive, and easy to manage. When it comes to growing peaches and nectarines, the most effective and productive shape for your tree is the open vase. Unlike apples or pears, which often have a central leader, peaches and nectarines thrive when you remove that central trunk, and instead encourage 3 to 5 main branches, or scaffolds, to radiate outward from a short, sturdy trunk. This vase shape isn't just for looks. It's designed to maximize sunlight and airflow, which are both crucial for healthy fruit development and disease prevention. Right after planting your young tree, make a bold cut. Prune it down to about 60 to 75 centimeters above the ground. This may seem drastic, but it's essential for encouraging strong side shoots. As new growth appears, carefully select 3 to 5 evenly spaced branches that will become your main scaffolds. These will form the basic structure of your tree for years to come. Next, remove all other branches, especially the central leader, to keep the center of the tree open. This open center allows sunlight to reach all parts of the tree, helping fruit ripen evenly and reducing the risk of fungal diseases by improving air circulation. Each winter, it's important to prune your peach tree thoroughly. Remove about a third of the old wood, focusing on branches that are crowded, crossing, or growing inward. Thin out new shoots as well, so that the remaining branches have plenty of space to grow and produce fruit. This annual renewal keeps your tree vigorous and productive. Remember, peaches bear fruit on wood that grew the previous year. That means you need to constantly encourage new growth while removing older, less productive branches. This cycle of renewal is the secret to getting a steady supply of delicious peaches every season. As you prune, pay special attention to shoots growing toward the center of the tree. Remove these inward-facing branches to keep the vase shape open. Also, try to keep new shoots spaced about 15 centimeters apart, so each branch has room to develop strong, healthy fruit. Don't be afraid to prune hard. Peach trees actually respond best to bold, decisive cuts. Heavy pruning may look severe, but it stimulates vigorous new growth and helps maintain the ideal shape for fruiting. By following these steps and embracing the vase shape, you'll keep your peach tree healthy, manageable, and loaded with sweet, juicy fruit year after year. The reward is a beautiful tree and a bountiful harvest. Cherries do best with a modified central leader. Start with a main trunk and tiers of strong branches, then cut back the leader to encourage a spreading top. This shape balances strength with good light penetration, keeping the tree manageable and productive. Select 4 or 5 well-spaced branches for the first tier, then add more tiers as the tree grows. Once the framework is set, head back the leader to promote a rounded canopy. Cherries fruit on long-lived spurs, so focus on preserving these while thinning dense areas and removing dead or diseased wood. Avoid heavy pruning. Gentle, annual cuts keep cherries healthy and fruitful. A careful touch ensures a strong, productive cherry tree. The right tools make pruning easier and safer. Use bypass secateurs for small branches, clean cuts heal faster. Loppers handle thicker branches up to 5 cm, while pruning saws tackle anything larger. Always choose bypass over anvil types for cleaner cuts. Wear gloves, safety glasses, and sturdy shoes to protect yourself. For big jobs, a hard hat is smart. Keep your tools sharp and clean to prevent disease spread. Good tools and safety gear make pruning efficient and safe for both you and your trees. Technique matters. Make cuts just above outward-facing buds to direct new growth. Angle cuts away from the bud to shed water and prevent rot. When removing whole branches, cut just outside the branch collar to help the tree heal. For large limbs, use the 3-cut method. Undercut, top cut, then remove the stub cleanly. Never remove more than 1/3 of the canopy in 1 year. Too much stresses the tree, too little won't help. Focus on removing entire problem branches, not just tips. Prune with confidence and purpose, not fear. Each cut should improve the tree's structure, health, or fruiting potential. Smart technique leads to faster healing and better results. Pruning is a skill that grows with practice. Each season, you'll read your trees better. The rewards are clear: bigger, tastier fruit, easier harvests, and healthier trees. Prune trees resist disease and weather and look beautiful in your garden. Mistakes happen, but trees are resilient. Learn and improve each year. Always clean your tools between trees to prevent spreading disease. Pruning is more than maintenance. It's an investment in your orchard's future. The effort you put in now brings sweet rewards for years to come.